Liberty Garden update. I confess, I played a little too much Farmville, even though I gave it up almost 2 years ago, and I still get tempted once in a while to open up the account and check on what all the new features might be. And I had no choice but go containers because of the condition of the clay. It's not even soil, it's clay. But eventually, with doing some conditioning and getting literal truckloads of horse manure out here. Maybe I'll have a regular garden. This will be kind of a greenhouse, what I'm trying to do with the pallets. And I was able to protect the plants from the frost, thanks to my son who reminded me when I was planning on it and then got sidetracked with other things. And he came home late and said, you're going to cover your plants tonight? And we all, oh yeah. My guys came out here and helped me cover them, and we didn't lose anything to the frost. Some things didn't come up. My okra's not come up, and the zucchinis are doing great, and I need to move them so they're not crowding each other. That's one thing about Farmville, you get to move your plants around. And I'm going to do that. This is a salad container, and yes, I know it's very crowded. I didn't thin it. I may thin it later, but I'm just going to start harvesting. And somehow I got a lettuce seed. I'm trying to I planted parsley. None of the parsleys came up. I bought a parsley plant for inside, so that's working for me. But somehow a lettuce seed got in there. Looks like a beautiful red leaf. So I'm gonna put that close to the house and rearrange things. I'm gonna get a little kind of a hand truck wheelbarrow type thing that I use for the garden. I'll put them in there and move them around this way. So my sage plants, I love sage. I can never grow enough sage. All 3 seeds in each of those 6 buckets have come up, so I've got 18 sage plants. And cucumbers, pickling cucumbers, some peas. I need to get them trellised. The sweet potatoes I planted out here don't seem to be doing anything, so I'm going to pull those out. I've got the 2 growing in mounds on the next level up. I plan on using these windows in the design of the greenhouse eventually, and then during the winters it'll just be covered the whole way with plastic. And that was just a temporary sheet that I had. And I forgot what type of tomatoes, but I used these clips. So these are black Fortuna tomatoes, and I put 3 or 4 seeds in each one. So I'm going to leave the biggest one out of the batch and transplant the rest. You can't ever have enough tomatoes because they're so easy to can or freeze. And most of the time with the garden tomatoes, they're just so delicious, freshly picked, that we tend to just snack on them like the fruits that they really are. And these are the kiwis that I started from seed last year that I didn't manage to kill off. And the ginger, I think they should still come up. And my one comfy that has survived, that I still need to find a place and let it just go wild and do its thing. I think it's the leaves. I need to double check that. I need 1 male kiwi for 7 females, and they have to be planted within a certain distance of each other for the male to pollinate, for there to be fruit. And they're supposed to be this is a vine, so they need some sort of trellising, which I hope to do with the cattle panels. So I got to dismantle this little setup I had for a temporary greenhouse over here. These are the 2 Asian sweet potatoes I had in my window earlier. Started them a few months back. Here it is, almost the end of April. I can't believe how fast time is going. Stevia, and rosemary plant that my daughter picked up at a different plant show, and then a lemon balm. Want to get into tea making. Then I bought some more rosemary. I love rosemary. I cannot have enough. I would like to have just a big ornament, just a hedge. I mean, just all across some area or another. These are strawberry plants that survived at my old place. I need to, like this one, there's several plants in here. And I have an idea of what I want to do. And I think I want to make a wall of these buckets from Dollar Tree. They're pretty sturdy. They hold up. They can be abused by goats and still not come apart. That says something. And I think I've got an idea, and I don't need to have pallets or other structures to do what I plan on doing with these and making. I still want a wall of strawberries, and maybe I'll get something before the fire ants get them this year. And this is not the way to do fig starts, but I thought I'd try it and see what happens. Now all are wilting and dying down, but they're also producing. They're still growing. That could be feeding off of the stem, or it could be they're actually rooting and it's actually growing. Some of them I didn't drill holes in the buckets, like that one is obviously not, so I'm not too worried about that. They're one of those plants that like a lot of moisture. These are the tomatoes that I got from the old property. My daughter says they're more than likely some sort of cherry tomato, because that's all that they like to buy. And this is another one of the volunteers. So those are all the volunteers that I repotted from our old place, the same day that I dug up all the chestnut trees. And those are Cherokee purples. They're currently my most favorite tomato plant. Tomatoes. They are so wonderful. If you can ever get a plant, because you can't buy Cherokee tomatoes. It's too soft, even when it's ripe, or even before it gets ripe. It's too soft to pack. You can't, stack a bunch of those tomatoes into a box, or even 2 layers, because they're just too delicate for that. So unless you have a local grower that brings them out and you can buy it from that person, you really got to get a plant, and it's just a delicious tomato. The cilantro plants that I'll be taking inside soon. And can't have enough cilantro. I love cilantro now. I used to not like it. It was a little too strong, but now I'm liking it. I got 2 more from yesterday before they moved the mobile home. Those are from I know they look bad. Those are from the big tree that didn't produce as good chestnuts. I may have lost that one. And then these 2 are from nuts from the smaller one tree that we like, and I kept those aside just to see and experiment later. And my mom still has 2 for me from her place, from 2 more auntie trees, some more surviving strawberries from the other place. But I was thinking about stacking those 1-gallon buckets here, alternating them like you do a brick, and just having the strawberry plants come off the front side, and kind of have a setup like I did with the pallets and strawberries, but without the pallets. I just need to have maybe put a cattle panel in the front and stake that so they don't fall over. We'll see. Ideas, plans, time, money, resources, yes, all back to the same thing. And the fig starts. So there are still some green, and that's a new green that I hadn't noticed before. And the one in the back right corner seems to be budding, but I'll give it more time. And then, yes, I've been salting. I need to get another 100-200 pounds of table salt and do some more. We got stuff like this. This was a dogwood, and see how it's coming back? I don't want that here. This is a drainage system my husband has done. this ditch you see, to divert water from going underneath our home. So he's got it on both sides to try to get when it rains, because the clay doesn't, the water doesn't go into the clay, it just runs whichever way it wants to. And where he did the water connection to our house. And then he did a separate one for the septic. And that's where the chicken coop run was initially when we first moved here, when we got the chickens over here. So the grains from them. And my son's little workout area. He's getting a little redneck, but I want to make this pretty. That's a goal. And that's on the agenda. And I have some upcoming food storage and cooking and decorating stuff for inside. And I joke that I'm the Martha Stewart of the trailer park set. I don't have her finances. I don't have her staff. I don't have people setting things up for me usually, except for the big things I can't do or shouldn't do myself. And I will do what I can and share not only my successes but my mistakes, so hopefully people learn, don't do it that way. Or that's a way that may work for you if you got it set up better, or don't neglect it when other things come up. They're getting big, so I have got to get off my rump in the next 2 weeks and tear down the old chicken run and put the new one up and get them moved out, because then I can put the silkies in there. I would rather have the silkies because I don't like them just in a cage. But time, money, resources. But anyway, it's supposed to be a garden update, and I'm getting sidetracked with the other things that's out here. Virginia creeper. Not a good plant. But it's not... Some people have a reaction to that as bad as poison ivy and poison oak. And why did my son move that out here? He's been bringing home snakes from work. Yeah. And he even released a black rat snake, North Carolina's only native constrictor. North America's only native constrictor snake. And I was like, you really shouldn't be releasing those near the chicken. We try to be conscious of recycling, and to me it's just a hassle because no one stepped up and really takes it to the recycling place. And so it builds up. So I bought trash cans to at least confine the glass, the tin cans, and aluminum. And now I've got a friend who does the aluminum, so I try to take stuff to her when I remember to put it in the car before I leave, because coming back and making a trip for just that is too much. But anyway, and that's got to get cleared up. I just had to empty my car and run errands. And yes, I had all that stuff, decorating. But anyway, so you get to see the before, and hopefully by the end of summer things are going to be much nicer. Eventually that's actually going to get siding, and there's another door that's supposed to go on the back part. Again, I gotta say, don't look at that. I'm not going to deal with that today. I need to get cleaned up. So this keeps my feet out of the water when it rains, when I have to get in and out of the car. Got this at auction, and I hope to get some concrete and use that to kind of make it not so plain, and do that along that side over there too, around the house too, diverting the water and then doing certain things to make it a little bit better. Plans. Thanks for watching.